Well, we are just a couple days away at the time of filming from a very sad day in Nintendo's history. We are talking about in this video the discontinuation of the Wii U and 3DS online servers. We've already seen the online storefronts come and go. You cannot add funds, purchase, or download anything new into your digital library for both the Wii U and 3DS. And now the date is quickly approaching that will mark the end of any online functionality within the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U software. These consoles don't feel old enough to me to totally pull the plug on them yet, but Nintendo is choosing to do so. Obviously, the majority of the user base is playing on Switch at this point, and we're actually gearing up for what's next for Nintendo with the supposed Switch 2 upcoming around the corner. But for the meantime, there are a couple things I want to do in this video where we walk through first a list of the games that are losing the online functionality, because it is a lot of them, and then I would also like to hop over to the Wii U together and briefly boot up one game that has a really cool story behind it, as we do look at this sunset moment of the end of online functionality for both of these iconic consoles. So we'll get on the same page with all of that. Before we do, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your bell notification to join Sunbro Nation if you're new here. And with that, I want to first hop over to an IGN article that you can see on screen, which does outline 60 different games that will be losing functionality for online play within the Wii U and 3DS library. And you can see some big classics on here. Animal Crossing New Leaf towards the top of the list. Huge fan base and community around that game. It is coming to an end. Kid Icarus Uprising, a game that I hope we will be seeing a port or remaster soon for the Nintendo Switch. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, well, you know that that's a June game for the Switch, so you don't have to worry too much about losing any of the online functions with that one. Mario Kart 7, an absolutely incredible, iconic Mario game, one for the history books for sure. Very enjoyable stages, very enjoyable gameplay mechanics through and through, and it will be sunsetting its online functionality entirely. Metroid Prime Federation Force, an interesting spin-off Metroid game from Nintendo, nonetheless won't be able to connect with it online. Miitopia, that is a game that actually received a Switch port, so we have that playable. Monster Hunter 3 and 4 Ultimate, both no more online functionality. Pokemon X and Y, Alpha Sapphire, and Omega Ruby, all those classic Pokemon games with Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, keep in mind. Like, that is obviously a big blow for hardcore Pokemon fans that like to go back and still trade with friends online. I wonder what the actual number of people are that are using the online functions within this game, but it's definitely not zero, and it's still kind of sad to see happen. The original Splatoon, Super Mario Maker, we'll be talking about that more in just a second. Super Smash Bros. From the 3DS and Wii U, no more online functionality within those games. And, you know, Smash Ultimate was definitely an upgrade in every way, shape, and form. I think most people agree across the board on that statement, but there was definitely still an ongoing online community within every Smash Bros. Game, and gone will be the days of being able to hop into any kind of online lobby or match to play with friends. Zelda Triforce Heroes, literally a Zelda game that's based around co-op, will not have its online functionality available. Xenoblade Chronicles X, one of those missing Wii U ports that should already be on the Switch. It is not, and it will be losing its online functionality. And you can see all of the other ones on screen, but tons of different games. 60 games on this list that they're featuring that will be losing their online features as of Monday this week. And now I want to take a look at one game that has a pretty cool story behind it on its way out with the online functionality getting ready to have the plug pulled. So we will hop over to the Wii U together. So the game in question here is none other than the original Super Mario Maker. And that is because up to this point in time, every online level had been cleared except for one outlier, or I could be wrong about that slightly. It may have been that they were starting to clear all of the levels available online ahead of time whenever Nintendo announced they'd be pulling the plug for this online service, because they realized this day would be coming where we can no longer enjoy this game in terms of the online levels. And Trimming the Herbs was the last one. I'll have a clip of it on screen for you guys so you can see kind of the insanity of this level. This is one that has now been cleared, and officially 3 days ahead of time at the time of filming this video, or 2 days ahead of time when you guys are watching it, it's been done. So you don't have to worry about there being non-beaten online Super Mario Maker levels that will forever be gone, because fortunately the internet did its thing and made sure that that was not the case. And right out of the gate, we're struggling, but you know, this is one of the games that I think is really impacted the most, because the entire game, the entire concept of it is driven around online functionality. Now, there's still plenty of stuff that I guess you can play just with offline levels, but this one really had a lot of fan-driven community around making the craziest Mario levels that you'd ever seen, not to mention the fact that a lot of people, myself included, kind of feel like Mario Maker 2 when it comes to the level creation. While you had more options technically, we really are messing this level up bad, but just bear with me, guys. You actually have less of a tool set available to you easily because there's more options to customize things the way you want it to, but in terms of how you get that done, well, the Wii U gamepad is clearly more convenient to design things on than what the Switch Joy-Con would be, or your Pro controller and things like that, because you actually have a touchscreen that you can draw everything out with. And so you saw some really unique level creation. Obviously, we have plenty of unique levels on Mario Maker 2 as well, but seeing this one actually get the official, congratulations, it's done. Now all of the online courses have been completed. That is very cool as we talk about this service ultimately sunsetting. And again, this is a weird moment for me because, like I said, it doesn't seem quite like it's been as long as it has for the Wii U. So, with the Switch as successful as it is now, this is an insane level. I mean, just look at this. This is awesome. So I have to figure out how to, hopefully if I stand not next to it, the Koopa will come back. Yes, please. You have the type of, and this is going to be hard to talk for a minute while we have Bowser just firing crazy at us. Okay, it's all right. Well, whether we beat this level or not, I don't know, but it's kind of crazy to talk about the day of the Wii U already being a thing of the past. Obviously 3DS, the Wii U didn't sell as much, right? So 13 million units on that. 3DS still a highly successful Nintendo console, and all of those games in terms of any of the online functionality around them is now gone as of Monday. So wanted to kind of make a video to reflect on that, and then also point out just how cool of a story it is with the internet. And we're absolutely not even funny getting dominated in this game, that it's not really that hard. But anyway, I'm actually determined. I think we're going to beat this level at the very least before the end of the video, and see if I can at least pull that off to redeem myself just a little bit. I'm curious how we're going to handle Bowser once we get all the way up to the top there, but trial and error is the thing with this. And I can't imagine the level of talent it took for people that were beating the trimming the herb stage, because trust me, what I'm dying at right now is a fraction of what the difficulty was on those crazier 2D Mario stages. Because the cool thing about these type of games with the fan-driven stuff is that they can just go absolutely crazy with their ideas, and as long as we don't die here or by this Koopa, I think we finally made it. Okay, so that's very cool. There's probably a much simpler way to go about that, but anyway, talking and playing is very hard to do and pull off, and especially for me, I'm not the most talented Mario player out there. If you look at people online, it is legitimately impressive what they're able to pull off. But Wii U, 3DS, these are things of the past for online play, and I just hope that I don't think there's any way to really necessarily back up and save all of these fan-created levels. If there is, and I'm just not sure about it, feel free to let me know that in the comments, because I've never heard of any way to do that. But as far as I know, that was why the big push was behind getting all of the stages cleared ahead of time, because it sounds like it's just one of those things that now those levels will be gone and deleted forever, and we'll be stuck with whatever Mario 2 has available. And it's going to be hard to say it, but one day this is going to happen to the Nintendo Switch, guys. There's one thing you got to keep in mind, is that anything that has an online or digital component to it, one day will have a problem working at all whenever the servers get shut off, because obviously it costs Nintendo money to maintain the servers. They're a for-profit company. If there's not enough demand there, they're not going to do it, so forth and so on. So we're going to go ahead and call the video here. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below what your fondest memories are of the Wii U and 3DS generation. What are some of your favorite games? What do you think about Mario Maker 2 getting all of its levels cleared ahead of this service being pulled offline? And definitely let me know if you're already dreading the day that we might see this happen for Nintendo Switch far into the future. But regardless of your thoughts and feelings on everything we talked about today, I do look forward to hearing from you all in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around these topics. Go watch the video on screen next if you haven't already. Also make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.